Let's take you live to Canberra. Business groups are responding to today's industrial relations reforms, the latest focus on the so-called gig economy and having a minimum salary and so on. Let's have a listen in.
To oppose it. Thank you. And now I'll invite Jennifer.
Well, we all want Australians to have safe jobs, we want them to have rewarding jobs and we want them to have well-paid jobs. But the government's proposed radical shake-up of the industrial relations system will not achieve that. Instead, it will create complexity, it will create extra cost, it will make it harder to get casual work, it will make it harder to employ people. Why would any government at this time, when people are struggling with a cost of living crisis, make things more expensive? And the Minister admitted today that costs would go up. Well, how much are things going to go up? Why would we make things more complex? The case for this just has not been made. The government needs to go back to the drawing board, work out what problems we're trying to fix, how we're going to fix them without creating another 20 problems in the process. It's good that we'll get the legislation next week, but we want to see with the legislation, where's the risk analysis, where's the cost analysis, where's the impact analysis? And we want the Senate to go through an exhaustive process, consulting with regional communities, consulting with small business, looking at the cumulative effects of this legislation and the legislation that was introduced last year. It's simply not correct that that legislation has not had the negative impacts that people like us have said, because it's only been operating for over 1 month. We just don't know what the effect of that is. So we want the Senate to look at the cumulative effects of these bits of legislation. The bottom line is this. This will not close loopholes. It will create problems. It will hurt workers because it will hurt productivity, the key to getting higher wages. It will hurt small business at a time when they are struggling under the sea of red tape. It will cost consumers more. Government on the record today, it's going to cost you more for your pizza, for your delivery. How much is it going to cost? That's going to hurt Australian consumers. The bill should not be passed.
Matthew Addison, Chair of the Council of Small Business Organisations. What we heard this afternoon was that every small business now has a whole lot of decisions they have to make, and those decisions are going to come at a cost. Cost of advice, cost of seeking that lawyer input into how they employ, how they run their business. Are they employee-like? Do they have contractors? Are they labour hire? All these decision points now have to be made by each small business within Australia. The gig economy discussion that's come on. Gig economy has evolved in Australia to meet needs. The digital world has evolved, and we have platforms that have adopted good technology and brought in solutions that consumers look for. Now what we're hearing is regulation that is going to stifle that innovation going forward. The future innovators of the next gig platform, have they stifled their entrepreneurial...
So pretty strong reaction already from business. We'll talk to the Chamber of Commerce actually about what their issues specifically are on the gig economy, an increasing part of how some people work. Government adamant the workers themselves need a bit of a chop out. Uber, for example, is one company that hasn't had an issue with it, but small business might. So we'll delve into that a little bit later.